Okay, so now we've got this all fractured up nicely. Let's start cleaning it up, right? So I'm going to first just drop an attribute delete. And there's a few things we don't need here. So this name attribute we don't need. Leave both of them. Don't need this shop material path or this path there. Okay. Then I'm going to assemble this to create our name attribute. Okay. So that will generate our name attributes there. Okay. So we get these for each. You can see that it's repeated because for each piece we use an assemble because it finds, as you can see by the symbol there, for each kind of connected piece on each primitive on that piece, it will generate one unique name. Okay, so each piece will have a unique name and each primitive on that piece will have the same name, right? Which is what we need for the simulation. Now, one thing we can do to kind of clean this up is, you know, there's going to be a lot of pieces of this geometry which are inside, so below this surface. And once this surface opens and begins to fracture, you're not going to notice those missing pieces. If I remove any of these pieces on the surface, you'll notice that, you know, on the first frame. But from the inside, if I delete them, it doesn't matter. So what we can do, you could just delete, you know, anything from the bottom here. But yeah, what I'm going to do is delete basically. If we take a look at the groups on this now, you can say we've got an inside and outside group. So if there's a piece with which doesn't have any points in the outside group, then we can delete it, right? So I'm going to set some colors on this first. So I'm going to make everything black first of all, and then drop another color. And then anything which is in the outside group, set it to white. Okay, so everything on the outside with the primitive on the outside here is white, and everything on the inside is black. So if there's a piece which is completely black, so for example, let's see, maybe this. Let's see, it's kind of hard to find one, maybe like this one, but then that might have a bit and below. But there will be quite a few small pieces which are, you know, completely in the sense. So like this one here, you can see it's just completely black all over. So, you know, we can just delete that completely. So to do that, what we can do, I'm going to iterate again. We can use a for each loop. And for this, we'll need for each named primitive. So we've got names for each piece. What I want to do is just basically use a little trick here, right? So if I go to the end there, well, actually, we won't do that yet. Let me drop in an attribute promote here. Press escape and then visualize that, and it will show me the first one. Okay, so there we've got a mix of black and white points. So on the points, we come to color. You can see we got some ones and some zeros. Now if I promote this, the color, to detail, right? So with detail attributes, you only get one value for the whole geometry. So this means for each piece, I get one value. And if I promote from the points to the to detail, it has to take all of those points and work out one value for all of them. And at the moment, you can see it's giving me an average, which is not what I want. So I don't want a value of 0.2. If I go to maximum, it will give me the highest value. So if there's a mix of zeros and ones, it will give me 1 and 1 all over. So then I can use this value. So that means if any part of it is outside, then we don't delete it, basically. Okay, so then if I get another attribute promote and go to from detail back to point, okay, so that will take that value, and now it's going to be white all over. So any piece which is completely white won't be deleted, and any piece which has any black on it, sorry, any piece which doesn't have any white on it will stay completely black. Okay, so now when I finish this, we'll have all of our pieces will be either entirely white or entirely black. Right, so if I draw up an exploded view now, you can see that we've got, so like this big piece there, we've got pieces which are fully white or fully black. Okay, and then I'll do it on the inside here. Well, you could do it in either part, I think, but all we need to do now is delete those pieces. So to save time, if we do it on the inside here, just press escape. Right, so we need to delete by expression. Okay, so, and I think, yeah, this needs to be on points. Our colors are on our points. So at CD, so if the color, so this is a short version of the if statement, if the color is less than, I don't know, well, 0.1, they either 0 or 1, then delete. Okay, so for now, if we come to the end, let that run through and check our exploded view, you can see we don't have any of those black pieces on the inside anymore. Now if I view this, we got 2,300,000 points after, and beforehand we had 4 points. No, we had 2,900,000. So we've gotten rid of 100,000. Oh no, sorry, about 700,000 pieces. So that's not bad. You know, it's not a huge difference, but it will help our it will help save time, basically.